Welcome to the new video. Old Cryptocoin, the story of the Kennedy half dollar, is one of the most fascinating chapters in American coin history, and the 1989 D. Kennedy half dollar continues that legacy with its own unique place in the world of coin collecting. When people think about American coins, they often imagine the penny, the nickel, or the quarter, but the half dollar carries a powerful historical identity connected to one of the most influential leaders in American history, John F. Kennedy. After the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy, the United States decided to honor the beloved president by placing his portrait on the half-dollar coin. Since its introduction in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar has been produced for decades, and among those coins, the 1989 D version minted in Denver has become an interesting topic for collectors who study mint marks, production numbers, and coin conditions to determine rarity and value. The 1989 D. Kennedy half dollar was produced at the United States Mint, specifically at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small d mint mark on the coin. The Denver Mint has been responsible for producing millions of coins for circulation across the United States, and the 1989 D half dollar was part of that long tradition. Although millions of these coins were struck, many of them were not widely circulated because half dollars had already begun to disappear from everyday transactions by the late 20th century. As a result, large numbers of these coins were stored in bank vaults, collectors' rolls, and mint sets, which mean that finding one in excellent condition today is still possible. But discovering a perfectly preserved specimen can significantly increase its value. The design of the Kennedy half dollar is both elegant and symbolic. On the obverse side of the coin, collectors can see the powerful portrait of President John F. Kennedy, facing left with a confident and determined expression. Around the portrait are the words Liberty at the top and In God We Trust below the neck, along with the year 1989. This design was originally created by Gilroy Roberts, who served as the chief engraver of the United States Mint. His design captures the dignity and leadership of President Kennedy, making the coin instantly recognizable to millions of Americans. On the reverse side of the coin is the impressive presidential seal, featuring an eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other. Above the eagle is a ring of stars representing the states of the United States, while the words United States of America and half dollar frame the design. This reverse design was created by Frank Gasparo, another talented engraver who played an important role in shaping the look of modern American coinage. The combination of Robert's portrait and Gasparo's reverse design created a coin that feels both patriotic and historic. By 1989, the composition of the Kennedy half dollar had already changed from the original silver content used in 1964. The 1989 D version is made primarily of copper and nickel, forming what collectors call a clad coin. The outer layers consist of copper-nickel, while the inner core is pure copper. This change happened because the price of silver increased dramatically during the 1960s, making it too expensive for everyday coin production. Even though the 1989 D coin does not contain silver, its historical significance and collectible value still make it an appealing piece for coin enthusiasts. One of the most important aspects collectors examine when evaluating a 1989 D Kennedy half dollar is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from heavily worn examples to nearly perfect uncirculated coins. Professional grading organizations like Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guaranty Company evaluate coins based on surface quality, luster, strike sharpness, and overall preservation. A typical circulated 1989 D. Kennedy half dollar might only be worth its face value of 50 cents, but coin graded in mint state condition could be worth several dollars or even more depending on its quality. Collectors often search for coins with a designation known as MS-65 or higher, which indicates that the coin has excellent luster and minimal imperfections. Some of the highest grade examples of the 1989 D. Kennedy half dollar have sold for impressive prices in the numismatic market, especially when they display exceptional eye appeal. The thrill of discovering such a coin keeps collectors examining rolls of half dollars and mint sets in hopes of finding a hidden gem. Another interesting aspect of the 1989 D. Kennedy half dollar is the possibility of mint errors. Mint errors occur when something unusual happens during the striking process at the mint. These errors can include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or other unusual characteristics that make a coin unique. Because these mistakes are rare, collectors often pay much higher prices for error coins than for normal examples. Finding a genuine error on a Kennedy half-dollar can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. The year 1989 itself was also an important time in world history. While the United States continued producing coins like the Kennedy half-dollar, the world was witnessing dramatic political changes, including the fall of the Berlin Wall, which symbolized the end of a divided Europe. Although these global events may seem unrelated to a small coin, they remind collectors that coins are historical artifacts that exist within the larger story of human history. For coin collectors, part of the excitement comes from searching through bankrolls, estate collections, and old coin jars looking for rare or high-grade examples. Even though the 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar is not considered extremely rare, finding one in pristine condition can still be rewarding. Some collectors focus specifically on building a complete set of Kennedy half-dollars from every year and mint mark, which means in 1989. D-coin plays an essential role in completing that collection. Another factor that attracts collectors is the artistic beauty of the coin. When viewed under bright light, an uncirculated 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar reveals a brilliant metallic shine known as mint luster. The smooth fields and sharp details in the hair of President Kennedy, as well as the feathers of the eagle on the reverse, demonstrate the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. These details remind collectors that coins are not just currency, but also miniature works of art. Many collectors also enjoy storing their coins in protective holders, albums, or graded slabs to preserve their condition. Proper storage helps prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental damage that could reduce a coin's value. Over time, well-preserved coins often become more desirable because fewer pristine examples remain available in the market. The popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar continues today because it represents a combination of history, artistry, and national pride. Even decade